because she had a big booty. Hi, welcome back to Bold with Nicole. I do apologize if my voice is a little bit raspier than usual. I am a little bit under the weather. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It seems like just last week that Christmas was here last year. It's already close to being 2017. What? Time goes so fast. I feel like I keep saying this in every video that I make, because it's so true. The older you get, the faster time goes. But anyway, I'm gonna pretend that time has not happened and reminisce and be nostalgic and just look into a time that has passed and just take a glimpse into my fondest Christmas memories. So the first thing that I can remember, the best Christmas present that I ever got from Santa. So one year when I was about 9 or 10, I got a present from Santa that I have not forgotten about. It's one of my favorite ones I've ever received. So in my first video, I mentioned that I love crafting. Well, Santa knew this apparently because I got a giant bin of craft supplies, loads of different sewing fabrics and sewing materials and hot glue guns and construction paper and foam board, and I can't exactly remember all that was in it. I just remember being so excited because I love crafting, and I remember making a doll out of some of that fabric. I don't know if I still have it, but it's pretty rudimentary doll. I made it, so it was awesome in my mind. I think since then, honestly, like, we've just always had so many craft supplies and just the ability to make whatever you want whenever we want it. Our craft room got pretty dirty over the years, so that was one of the best presents I ever received from Santa. Another really great memory I have from Christmas time is one year my brother and I decided to get together and make money so we could buy our own gifts for the family. And at the time, we lived across the street from a national forest, so we went over there like every day, climbed these trees to the very tops where mistletoe grows. We picked off the mistletoe that we could reach, brought it back to our house and separated it into bunches and tied ribbons around them and put those into sandwich bags. And we also got some Christmas themed fabric and sewed those up into little Christmas ornaments, and we sold those outside of Walmart one year, and I think we made like $32 between the two of us, and oh my goodness gracious, we were so proud of ourselves. And I'm pretty sure we like took that to the dollar store and just bought a ton of presents and gifts for our family. But that was really fun. We got to learn a little bit about making money and spending our own money, so that was fun. You know, just making things and climbing trees and being kids was a lot of great memory making material. Me and my brother Ryan were always getting into crazy things like that, so I'll have to have him on my channel. He's a hoot. Another tradition my dad recently started when we came up to Colorado to visit my cousins before we lived here. One year we came up for Christmas time and it was snowy, and so my dad decided to make a snowman out in my cousin's yard, and he nicknamed it Big Booty Judy because she had a big booty. So now every time that he goes over there for Christmas time, and they usually have a lot of the holidays over there, he's always asking the little cousins, when are we gonna make Big Booty Judy? Another cool tradition my parents had was to always go out on Christmas Eve to look up and try to find Rudolph's red nose blinking in the night sky. And when we were younger, we used to live in California and spend Christmas Eves with my dad's side of the family. So every time when we were about to leave from the party to go back home, we would always make sure to look up in the sky and try to find Rudolph's nose. And if we could see it, that means we have to get to bed as soon as possible, because that means Santa's sleigh is on his way and he will skip over our house if we're not in bed sleeping. So that was like, hey, we gotta go, Santa's coming. It's a good way to get us kids in bed. And my youngest brother carries that tradition on with my sister really well. He's always the one that reminds us to get out and look for Rudolph with my little sister and all of us, and to carry on that tradition. Also, as kids, me and my brother would always try to make Santa something every year, make him a present to be able to, you know, give back to what he's doing for us. And I can't remember exactly all of the ones that we made. And he always remembered to thank us for our gifts in his letter that he wrote back to us that night, which was super cool the next day to read. And last, I don't remember if this was actually around Christmas time, but it has a little bit to do with Christmas because it has to do with the elves. So one year I wrote this letter to my youngest brother Travis from the elf headquarters, telling him that he had been chosen to become one of Santa's elves, and all he had to do was sign the dotted line at the the end of the letter and send it back to the elf headquarters, telling them that he accepted the position of an elf, and so we convinced him to do that. Of course, the letter was from me, but instead of telling him that it was a joke, I went a step further and I decided to kind of be sneaky about it and make this elf costume. And he didn't know about it, so I made this elf costume that would fit him. It was like a top and a bottom. Maybe I made some sort of shoes to go with it. Put it in a box and set it next to his bed when he was sleeping, and woke him up the next morning and said, "Hey Travis, you got a package." So he opened the package, and inside was a letter saying, "We're so happy that you accepted your position at the elf headquarters. Here's your elf uniform, and we're gonna send a plane to pick you up in a couple of hours, and we'll ship you up to the North Pole." And poor kid, I am such a mean sister. The poor kid starts crying. He's gonna be mad that I put this in. I'm sorry, Travis. But he cried. He was like 5, I think, at the time. He started crying because he was like, "I don't want to leave my family." That's when I told him that it was all fake and made up. I don't think he was too happy about it, but we look back on it now and kind of laugh about it. But he was definitely totally convinced that he was the next elf in line to Santa's crew. So that's all I can think of at the moment. Whether or not you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or any other holiday during this time, put your favorite memory in the comments. I would love to read about it. Like and subscribe this video if you liked it below. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure your bell notifications for my channel are turned on. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed and then also hit that bell button, and then YouTube will send you notifications for all of the videos that I put out. I really try to make new videos every Thursday. Sometimes I'm a little bit late or something comes up. Thursday is usually my target date, and then I'll just kind of post every once in a while as well. And also don't forget to tweet me with the hashtag #BowlOfQs if you have any questions for me. Would love to answer them. And have a wonderful Christmas and wonderful holiday season. The year is almost over, so make it count. That's all for now. I'll see you next week. Bye!